Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Market Review. Today is Friday, October 27th, almost 5 p.m. Central Time. Markets are now closed. In this video, we're going to look at the S&P, the Nasdaq, and the Russell. So let's start. All right, going to start with the upcoming economic calendar. And we've got a very busy week. So Monday, you got Fed manufacturing index. And then Tuesday, you got home price. I don't expect those to have much of an impact, but starting Wednesday, that's when things will really start to pick up. You've got manufacturing PMI on Wednesday, JOLTS on Wednesday, and then the big one, the Fed interest rate. So everyone's expecting that the Fed will pause. That's about a 99% guarantee, or consensus is about 90 some percent that they won't raise. So I don't think that will have much impact, but the press conference will definitely, everyone will parse every word Powell has to say to gauge if there's going to be one more rate hike coming in December. So that'll be a big one. Thursday, the usual jobless claims, do have factory orders. And then on Friday, you got non-farm payroll and services PMI. So a lot of big data points on Wednesday, Thursday, or mainly Wednesday, Friday. So be ready for those. All right, let's go on to the chart. All right, going to start with the S&P futures contract here. And they have indeed, they've created a leading diagonal here. So I thought that there might be a case where they would break this low over here and that would be it, but it's just been selling off too much and it's getting too impulsive now. So it's going down in a diagonal format. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got the 5, but I don't think that the fifth wave is quite done yet. It looks like it's got just a little bit more to go, and I've got a target that about 40.90 for the S&P. So I think just a little bit more down, but I'd only be looking for buy setup. So I'd let them break this 41.22 low one more time, and then start looking somewhere under there, so somewhere like 4,100, maybe down at most, I think 40.50. But I think 4,100, nice big number. They'll probably target that and go just a little bit below there somewhere. So once that happens, definitely going to be looking to go long here. So after this 5-wave move, then we'll get a pretty healthy correction, and then at least one more down. So it won't be done. So in this 3-wave correction, I think that's going to take some time. Probably like it could be the rest of the year. So November and into December, you get your typical end of year rally. But at some point, we'll be talking about it. But there's still one more shoe to drop here, one more wave down. So, but yeah, for the short term, just a little bit more down, and so that sometime I would think next week that fifth wave should complete, and then you're going to be getting a nice retrace up. And the Nasdaq, pretty much the same thing. We've got 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just like the other. Now this one actually on the Nasdaq, it does look like the low could be in, because I have an A, B, and then I do have a 5-wave move now. This fifth wave, they could just be extending this little piece right in here for the C wave, the fifth wave of the C wave. So they could break that low one more time, but they don't necessarily. Where on the S&P, it really looks like they have to break their low. But this 14,140 on the Nasdaq, they don't have to, but they could, like I said, they could extend this fifth wave, and this could be just the first part. This 14,140, that could be just the first part of the fifth wave, and then they created a 2, and then they'll go down for 3, 4, and 5. So they could extend it, but there are enough ways that this ABC could be complete, and now they're just gonna start correcting here to go up. So after this 5-wave move, just like the S&P, gonna get a big healthy correction, but still one more down. And then when we look at the Russell broke its June of 22 low, and so there's two possibilities on the Russell. I see. So I got this ABC, and then I got this as a triangle. So that could be A, and that could be B. And now we do have 5 waves down. Actually, it looks like they need to go just a little bit, one more wave down to complete 5 waves. Because I got 1, let me zoom in, 2, and then 3, and then 4. And it looks like they got to go one more time down to complete five waves of this 5th wave. So there is the possibility that for the Russell that you would have a 3, 3, 5. But given the fact that I see the S&P and the Nasdaq having one more leg down, I don't think that the Russell is going to be done. So I think what this is going to end up being is this is going to be 3 ways. That'll be W. This triangle was X. And now this 5-wave move, and I think, so they set it at 1633. I think they'll probably go a little bit lower. This will just be the first, and then you're going to get a correction, and then one more down. So that'll be a 3-wave move. So you'll have a W, X, and then this will be the Y. So I think they're in the process of creating the Y. But just like all the others indexes, I'd only be looking for buy setups. I think you'll be able to get it under 1633, a little bit lower. But I'd only be looking for a buy setup, and that could be a pretty strong correction upwards, up to into the 1820s, 30s, somewhere around there. But I wouldn't be holding it thinking that it's going up to break its top. I think it's going to just be a correction for one more down. All right, so that's what I see on the indexes. Thanks for watching. Hope it helps. Good luck, and see you in the next video.